We have made over $31,000 in a single month from selling digital products. Yes, you heard me right. But the problem is that most digital product video tutorials, they might share how to get started creating an ebook, but what they don't share is actually how to sell it and start making that kind of money. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through my entire process from picking the right topic, the right niche, to creating an ebook with AI, and finally, actually getting sales. And don't worry, I'm also going to show you the exact tools and steps that I have used myself to be successful. So most digital product tutorials actually lead you to fail because they start out with writing the book rather than a very important step, which is research. Before you open that Word doc and start writing on a really awesome topic, well, you need to pick a really awesome topic. I think that there are two really great paths for picking a strong topic for your digital product. The first path is something that you are already super knowledgeable in and could talk about for days. And path number two is jumping on trending topics. So when it comes to the trending topic side of things, there's a lot of ways that you can go about this. Things like Google Trends, Etsy, Pinterest, Answer the Public are all great tools to validate demand. Don't guess on them, research what people are actually looking for. Then you'll want to niche down and focus on something super specific to identify problems that people actually want solved. Then you'll want to pair this with your own expertise. What do you already know a lot about that you wouldn't be starting from scratch and teaching yourself? Think about something that you could talk about for hours on end, or maybe something that people already ask you a lot of questions about. Remember that it can vary widely from things like health and wellness to relationships to recipe ideas to parenting tips and more. When you do this right, your digital product is going to start with demand baked right in. No more writing something that nobody wants. So far, I've shared the first step in creating a really awesome digital product, and I have a few more to go. But if you want some help discovering the perfect digital product for you, I strongly recommend checking out our totally free digital product discovery bot. It's completely free to check out. And again, we'll just kind of help you figure out the best digital product for you. So if you're interested in that, I have it linked down in my description box. All right, I have a little secret, and that is to not write your digital product manually. We're going to leverage a beautiful little tool called AI. AI is going to help make your process 10 times faster. But don't worry, it's not going to make you sound robotic. I recommend using tools like ChatGPT or DeepSeek to at least just build yourself an outline. Then you can actually take that over to Claude, which can actually help enhance a more natural and engaging and a warm tone. Start with your own ideas, feed them into AI, then go back through and polish for clarity and voice. I also think this is a great time to add in any personal stories or personal anecdotes that might make your content and your digital product even more relatable. In fact, sometimes I like to ask AI to leave little points within an outline or within a script that is a cue for me to go back and add in something that will make it even more homey, even more warm feeling, and tie back into me personally. AI can really help you go from a blank page to a finished product super fast, but you're definitely still going to want to add your voice. So just spend a few minutes going back through what AI gave you, tweak it a little bit to add in your voice, your personal stories, and really help your customers feel that connection with you. All right, let's talk about the cover of your digital product or your ebook. The truth is that a boring cover could really kill your sales. I know we are all told never to judge a book by its cover, but the truth is that we do, especially when it comes to ebooks and spending money on this type of product. I believe that packaging is everything when it comes to selling digital products. So the way that I recommend building a really strong cover for this is actually heading over to Canva. Canva has some really beautiful graphics already created for you that can really enhance the packaging and the cover of your digital product. You can, again, leverage AI to help build compelling titles, and then you'll want to export it as a PDF for your cover image. At the end of the day, you really want your cover to clearly communicate what the benefit is of the product, and it should make people want to stop scrolling and want to click on your product. This step right here is what turns an ebook into a product that people actually want to buy. Again, I know we were all told not to judge a book by its cover, but the reality is that we do, and this is what can really take your ebook from just being an ebook to something that really sells. Now, if you don't already have a large following on social media, then don't worry, because we're going to talk about how to actually sell this product. So instead of relying on marketplaces that can get super overcrowded, oversaturated, I strongly recommend leveraging long form content to actually build a community that builds trust and then funnel those viewers into a platform or a landing page like System.io. The most effective long form platform right now is this one right here, YouTube. So if you really want your ebooks to sell, it's important to create content that is going to educate your audience. Each video should then have a link to a freebie within your description box or within a pinned comment that then creates a funnel down to an email list and ultimately, ideally, converts those viewers into buyers. So again, you can create a landing page with a platform like System.io, and from there you can actually list a freebie. It could be anything like a free recipe if you're doing, recipe digital products. It could be a very simple checklist if it's for budgeting, or maybe it could even be some quick pointers if your digital product is really focused on relationship advice. It doesn't really matter what it is as long as it is impactful, quick, and free for people to download. Within that freebie, you could also do things like share stories, teach some high-level lessons, and within your videos, you're going to have some call to actions that encourages people to click on your freebie. Again, all of this is going to drive traffic back to your System.io landing page where sales can happen 24/7, even when you are relaxing on vacation or maybe enjoying a leisurely weekend with your family. And another thing that's great about leveraging YouTube as a source of traffic generation is that videos that you create on this platform are going to be evergreen, meaning that people are always going to be searching for content on this platform. By leveraging this approach, you're taking the control and are not dependent on a third-party marketplace. You own the traffic, you own the customer list, and you own the sales system, meaning all of that money is flowing back to you. And if you want to learn our entire process from things like copy, scripts, Canva, templates, YouTube programs, and other done-for-you tools, make sure you check out our completely free training. I'll have it linked in the description box. Now, I know you might be wondering, okay, that sounds great and all, but you talked about $30,000 a month. So the real question is, how do you actually scale? Once your ebook is starting to sell, it's time to start building a full digital product business. By creating and thinking about it as a whole business, that is how we've been able to achieve this $31,000 per month milestone. I mean, who wouldn't be interested in making that kind of monthly income? So again, we're going to start out by creating a lead magnet, and that is a free product that, again, a customer could download, again, completely for free, just so that they can kind of get their feet wet with understanding the way that your products work, the type of information you have, and you can create value for them through that tool. It could be a checklist. It could be a quick worksheet, anything that is small, easy for you to put together, but still extremely useful to your target customer. Again, you can use a platform like System.io to set up a funnel. And then within that funnel, a few emails down the road, you're going to try and upsell into something like a course, a membership, coaching, whatever it is that you really want to sell. Every product is going to be a stepping stone into more revenue. By the way, if you want to check out System.io, make sure you use the link down in the description box. The beauty of this approach is that, again, your YouTube videos are going to work for you long after you've uploaded them. They can really bring in search traffic, which will help you build credibility and grow your email list automatically. Every piece of content that you make should point back to your System.io landing page where people can download a free resource or buy your digital product instantly. Okay, I know that that might have sounded like a lot, but the reality is that you don't need to have this all figured out on day one, but knowing what's possible and what steps are coming makes it even more possible and makes every step along the way more worth it. All right, you guys, this is not theory. These are actual steps, the actual system that we have used to make that $31,443 per month. If we can do it, so can you. So start small, stay consistent, and as always, don't be afraid to use AI to make the process a little bit faster and a little bit easier. And just as a reminder, if you want a little bit of help picking that perfect digital product for you, make sure you check out our totally free digital product discovery bot. Again, I will have that linked in the description box. All right, well, now that you know the exact system that we have used to make $31,443 in 1 month, you might be thinking, well, how can I get started creating my first ebook quickly, like within 24 hours? Well, the good news is we have a video on that exact topic. So when you take what you learned in this video with what's in that video, it makes it even more powerful. All right, I will catch you in the next one.